Welcome. Welcome to your practice. Today we are going to have about a 30-minute practice focusing on increasing our vagal tone. We have been talking in Hunger, Hope, and Healing about the importance of vagal tone and how that helps to keep the nervous system in balance. So this will be a gentle practice. Find something comfortable to have you supported in your seat. That can be a bolster, unlike I have, or perhaps a couple of blankets. You can also do this in a chair if that feels comfortable. A couple of blocks for later. And anything that you like to have for your Shavasana, go ahead and keep that close by. And we will start by getting centered. So finding your most comfortable seat, which includes some lengthening of the spine. Elbows come in a little bit closer to the body. And you can have the palms wherever feels comfortable. Give a little check-in with those shoulders. See that they can be released away from the ears. And then start to let your awareness move inward by focusing on the rhythm of your breath. Just see where it is right now. Often when we begin to focus on our breath, there's a natural deepening. So follow that and even expand upon it. You're slowing down your breath. You can feel the breath filling the lungs completely. Inhaling, exhaling. And see if over the next couple of cycles of breath, you can get a sense of the breath in the belly as well. Just that gentle inhale and exhale and how that affects the chest and the belly. There's this really beautiful rhythm of expansion and contraction that goes along with each cycle of breath. Keep focusing on that. Let that rhythm start to become something that feels soothing. And that thing that brings you more and more into the present, where you can set aside the speed of thoughts, the plans of the day, or the events of the day, depending when you're practicing. And I say the speed of the thoughts because it's rare to have no thoughts. So the thoughts will still be there, but they can slow down. There can be space between them. And as the observer, we can just let those thoughts float by. They don't need our attention right now. A couple of more breath cycles like this. And staying settled into your body. And then for about 4 or 5 breaths on your exhale, go ahead and sigh out. So it's a nice long inhale with a loud exhale. You might even stick the tongue out when you're doing this. Letting that draw you deeper into your body as you expel anything that might be in the way. Once more. And then do 2 regular inhales and exhales. Finding again the natural rhythm of your breath. And then you can gently open the eyes if you'd like to. That kind of sighing out exhale can be really helpful when you are transitioning from something. I'm thinking of work. Maybe you have to go in somewhere where you would like to be grounded. A few of those breath cycles before you enter, perhaps you drove there, you just do a few of those in the car, can help bring you back to center and the nervous system. So next, we're going to take our palms and we're going to rub them together, creating a little bit of heat here. And then gently cup the hands over the eyes. Be mindful of the pressure that you're putting on your hands. You want to be gentle. Just notice the warmth that you have right there. Inhaling, exhaling, and then dropping the hands, rubbing vigorously together, covering the eyes. Inhale, exhale. Just notice the warmth there. And then as that is dissipating, again, inhale, exhale, and put it over the eyes. And release the hands down when they start to get a little cooler. And do a couple of long, slow inhalations and exhalations here. Kind of noticing the residue of the warmth over the eyes, the little bit of pressure around the eyes and the forehead. And then on your next exhale, we're going to just roll forward, let the head hang down, kind of let the arms hang like you're in sort of a ragdoll pose. Chin can tuck into chest. Several breath cycles here. Letting everything release. Inhaling. Exhaling. The next time you find an exhale, go ahead and twist in this little forward fold here, over to the right. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Next exhale, come back through center and then over to the other side. Breathing slow and steady. Taking it easy here. Starting to really sense into your body, feeling of groundedness. And come back through center. Keep the chin tucked as you find your way up to a more comfortable upright seat. And then bring the chin up to level. And let your right ear gently fall over to the opposite shoulder. Breathing nice and gentle. Slow and steady with the breath. Let your arm hang down. And then take the opposite hand and place it on the chest. And we're just going to put a little bit of pressure here with a downward motion. Slow and steady with the breath. Feel the rise and the fall of the chest here as the left side of your neck is opening. Couple more breath cycles. And then back to center with the head. Release both arms, bring them back into the lap. And then we'll take left ear to left shoulder. We're going to just pause right here at first. Sometimes you might feel like the opposite side is, there's a lot more tension there. That's really common, but it also might feel like it's more tension because you just had a release on the other side. So let your left arm hang down by the side. And then go ahead and take that right hand up to the chest, pressing into the chest, and a little bit of that downward motion. Some nice, long, slow breaths. Couple of more cycles of breath here. And keeping the hand where it is, gently take the head back up to center, chin is level, and then release both hands into the lap. Just pause here to notice how you're feeling. How might you sense the nervous system is feeling right now in your body? What signals is your body giving you? And as we're sitting here, we're going to work on another breath practice. So this one is an inhale through your nose. And then as you exhale, the mouth becomes in the shape of a straw. And you exhale a slow, steady breath until you feel like you have a complete exhalation. And we're going to do this about 5 times. So inhaling, the mouth becomes in the shape of a straw. And you exhale. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through that straw shape. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through that straw shape. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through that straw. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale, straw shape. And then find your natural breath again. Beautiful. And gently opening the eyes. Extend the arms out. Gently curl the fingers in and bring those fingertips so they're up on top of your shoulders. We're going to bring the elbows together as close as they can be. And everyone's not going to be able to get their elbows or their forearms together. So don't worry about where that is. Just do what's accessible to you. We'll inhale here. Exhale to open and send the heart center forward, and the gaze can come up. So it's an inhale, and you can start to round your back if that feels good. Exhale to open. We're going to do this several times as well. Find a rhythm that feels good to you. We want to link our breath with these movements. Why? Because the nervous system also likes this. It's very comforting to that. And many, many, many people are walking around with a nervous system that is out of balance. So we just want to keep working on reminding the nervous system how to be more in balance more often. Let's do this once more where we close up and center, we open, come back. Pause here and just notice how that feels. Okay, we're going to move to hands and knees for this next part. I like to use a blanket under my knees, and I have it folded kind of in this halfway shape. So let's get situated there. Setting anything else to the side. Okay, so when we come into tabletop, you want to see that your fingers are spread comfortably, a little more than you might usually do. And your pointer finger is pointed to the top of the mat. You're also pressing into the pads of the finger and the base of the finger, so everything's not dumping into your wrist. Your wrist has some support. So press into the earth like you're pressing it away. You can have your toes curled under or the feet flat, whatever you prefer. As we inhale, we're going to pull the belly in, rounding the spine. Exhale, let the belly come down and the gaze come up. Inhale, pull belly in. Exhale, down and up. Continue with this. We're going to add a lion's breath on the exhale. And that's when you squeeze your whole face together, open the mouth, and stick out the tongue as you exhale. So we inhale, exhale, lion's breath. Inhale, exhale, lion's breath. Inhale, exhale, lion's breath. One more time. Inhale, exhale, lion's breath. Nice, everyone. Okay, back to tabletop. Toes come together. Knees can go nice and wide, and we're just going to press the hips back for a child's pose. If you want some extra support here, you can take a block and place your forehead on top of the block. And so you might need to adjust when you get down here just to see where it feels best. And that might feel too high. And if it does, go ahead and remove that. And you can even find something smaller, like a couple of books or a blanket or something, or you just go to the ground. So find what's accessible for you. But having that pressure on the forehead is another way that we can soothe our systems. A couple of long, slow breaths here. Just think of releasing excess into the earth. One of my teachers used to say, the earth knows what to do with all of our things. It knows how to compost. So you can just imagine anything that is unnecessary for you going into the earth. The earth will take care of it. A couple more breath cycles here. Beautiful. We'll start to press into the hands. Gently walk back. Take your time coming up. And then let's set up for back lying and Shavasana. I'm going to fold my blanket so that it is going to go nicely under my head. I have the nice roll there. I'm just going to touch the top of my shoulders. And I'm going to keep my bolster right next to me. So we'll come down Find the support of the blanket underneath the head. And let's hug the knees into the chest. I'm just going to gently rock side to side here. If you are the kind of person or not have the kind of stage of life where it is really hard to fit in a yoga practice, just lay on the ground, pull your knees into the chest, roll side to side a little bit. Just see if you can find some soothing and grounding by doing that. Extend both legs up to the sky. We're going to flex and point the feet. And then circle the ankles, first in one direction and then the other. Nice. Then once more, hug the knees into the chest. Take a couple of breath cycles here. You may be able to feel the belly pressing into the thighs. You can tune into that sensation. It's also a signal to let yourself feel grounded, be present in your body. And then find whatever supports you like. We'll come into Shavasana. I like to have the bolster kind of under my thighs and knees. Can let the feet almost, they fall out to the sides, really relaxing there. Find a place that's comfortable for your shoulders. Sometimes I like to wiggle around a little bit so that I'm sure that my shoulders have moved away from my ears. And then I bring my chin down a smidge just to get some space in the back of my neck. So move around a little if you need to kind of make sure that you're comfortable and also that there's no other energy that is waiting to be released. And then come back to those longer, softer breaths that we had at the beginning of practice. Tuning into the rise and fall of the belly and the heart center. That gentle rhythm. Being fully aware of that. Let yourself deeply rest for the next few minutes, using the breath as your anchor to stay in the present moment. Let's do 2 longer, softer breaths here. We start to bring some gentle movement, fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. You can bend one knee at a time. I always like to rest my feet on my bolster and just gently sway my knees side to side. You can see how that feels for you. And then roll to your side and pause there. And as we take 2 long, slow breaths together, really try to allow yourself the gift of staying really present during this transition to coming into seated. After your next exhalation, just press strongly into the arms, coming back into a comfortable seat, whatever that is for you. And find that long and tall spine again. Couple of long, soft breaths. And bring the palms together at heart center. So you gently press the hands into one another. Take a moment to recognize your efforts for coming to your mat, for creating space for yourself. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Namaste. Thank you for sharing your yoga practice with me today. Today's practice was all about kind of creating better vagal tone so that our nervous system is more inclined to stay in a place that feels balanced. So if you enjoyed this video, it's really helpful if you can like it. You can also subscribe to the Hunger, Hope, and Healing YouTube channel, which has new material coming every week. So thank you again for sharing your practice with me, everyone. Bye.